Okay, so job for Emmett. What's our finger size here, matey? M. M for Mary, finger size. So start with our constants. M for Mary. I've noticed with this new matrix, you've got to click it a couple of times. Doesn't really show up the first time. There we go. All right. And then the gem. Center gem is what size? Let's measure it. Let's get my vernier. Where is it gone? Scheisenhusen. Okay, I got a vernier there. 6.4 mil. Let's work on a 6.4. Gems 6.4 mil. Round 6.4. 6.4. Okay. Alright, so let's get some more measurements. What have my verniers gone? Alright, so the height from finger to table on this ring is 7.1 mil. Alright, so let's get that from the picture frame there. Alright, so we're going to open this, we're going to pop a picture frame in there. Where's this is recording, eh? Yeah, alright. Picture frame from desktop capture, is that it? Yeah. And we want to orient that from there to there. Scale equals 3D. To the quads, why my quad's not on? Okay, from that quad to that quad. Alright, Control Alt, let's tap it into shape. So that's about what we got. Alright, so that's done. Let's lock that down. Let's split that with you. Throw that away. And let's create a circle from F4, something like that. Get a points on. Just big ass edit points. Okay, split with that and toss the rest away. Curve delete. Okay, now we can lock that down. Alright, so that stone can afford to come up a little bit to there. Alright, and it's just going to be a 4 claw, so that's not going to be a problem. Let's work on our shank. Oopsie. So this is really paper thin. We're not going to work that thin. We're going to go arc from F4. And I'm going to go out there somewhere. And we want to sweep up and under. Now our thing is we're actually going to come back a little bit here. So that grabs onto the under rail under the stone. So let's draw our collet first. Let me unlock that. Make it transparent. Edit object properties. Whoa. Try that again. Edit object properties. And the material, let's make that transparency about 80%. Okay, and lock it back down. Alright, let's build that head 4 claw. Head builder, head builder, head builder. Oops, and we only want one rail. Where are we? One rail. Okay, and the rail placement has to be up. About there somewhere. Yeah. And let's go back in there. We want to bring that in like so. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much straight. I might curve it just a bit because it's a much bigger stone. Alright, let's increase the prong diameter. 109 is fine. Actually, I'm going to nudge that in a little bit. And that's pretty much what we need there. Okay, so let's bring that down into the shank a bit further. Okay, so now we can start drawing the rest of our shank. Okay, so we've got the arc, and we want this to come touching over there. So we're going to use a blend. We're going to take one little curve. And what I like to do in my mind's eye is I follow how this is whipping up. So it has to come up kind of straight to about there. So I'm going to draw a line, something like that. And we use the blend curve command from the edge of this curve to the edge of this curve. And we can play around with the edit points. I'm going to press enter at that point and just work with ordinary edit points. Delete you. Edit points on that. Okay, because this is a bigger stone, edit head builder. Come on. Let's position that under rail up a bit. That's better. Okay, so let's bring you out to there, you to there. I'm not going to be able to get as much whip on this as on the original because of the size of the head. It comes out quite a bit more, so there's not enough space to whip it. Alright, I think that's about as close as I'm going to get there. Okay.
6 times on its side.
Yeah. Mirror of the world origin. You and you and you. Join. Rebuild. Into an odd number. Let's go 17. Preview. Let's go down 15. Preview. Let's go down 13. Preview. I don't know if we'll make 11. Let's try. Yeah, made 11. Okay, 11 is ample. Alright, so what we've got to do now is we have to offset these curves to create the underrail and the overrail. So offset. Through point. We need that to touch the underneath, so that's right. Offset that by the same amount. And Bob's your auntie. Alright, so let's get rid of the bits we don't need. You. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of, whoa, Control Z, okay, we're still in the trim command there, apologies, trim, you, enter, done, alright, so let's get rid of you, and you, hide, and this one, you, and you, rebuild, into 3 points by 3. Okay, edit points on F10. Scale 1D from the origin away from each other. Just to thin that off up the top there. Probably those two as well. Yeah, something like that. Okay, now let's join them up. Okay, I might have to fatten those up a little bit more. F10, because we've got stones going in there. Something like that. Okay. I think that'll do the job. Alright, so you guys, you, join. And fillet corners. Good enough. Okay, now we've got 1.7 mil stones on there. 6 of them. 6 stones, Emmett? 6 either side, eh? You said 6 either side?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need 6 stones either side. Gems on a curve. New. Anna. Okay, so 6 of 1.7, eh? 1.7. Bring them in. Whoa. Okay, that's 5. 6. There we go. It comes down quite a bit, eh, Emmett? Okay. Now we'll leave a bit of space in there. And they have to come down in Z because of the way it's going to be set. So this one's first one is there. Okay, now remembering of course that this one's got a much bigger center stone, so that's why that's higher. Okay, I think that's probably pretty much it. Okay, enter. Now we need it the same width as that, so we're going to grab you, extrude. No, just a squidgen wider than the stones, something like that. Alright. Didn't have cap on. Oh, sorry. Control Z, redo. Oops. Extrude curve. Check the command line, make sure that cap equals yes, and extrude it again. Alright, so pretty much this is flat on the bottom, flat on the sides. The whole thing can stay as is. We're going to mirror those stones over. Let's go gem cutter, micro prong cutter. Micro prong cutter, and we're going to go styles, and we're going to pick that fella. I'm going to go boolean is on and pick a surface, and let's have a look at what's inside there. Position drop, there we go. I don't want that too far down because it's going to ruin what we've got going on now. This has got double claw, so I want to bring that in even more. So middle width must come out, and total width must come in. Something like that. Yeah, a little bit less maybe. Okay, and I'm going to turn boolean off, and I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to mirror all that over. Okay, and I'm just going to boolean the one side for now so that I can see what our in-between cutter is going to do. So just BD, grab that, go. Alright, so the next step is to do the in-between cutter. So we're going to go micro prong cutter again, and what we're going to pick is, in the styles, we want the bead splitter. And pop that in there, and we're just going to basically bring it down into the shank, just enough to split the beads, so there'll be two distinct beads. Alright, I'm going to press enter at this point, move that over. I'm holding down shift to lock the orthogonals, and let's cut that away. So let's put you, when you've got lots of booleans, use your boolean builder. It just makes everything work a little bit better sometimes. Pop that in there, go one by one and do boolean. So that'll cut all of that away. Tick, 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 all cut out. And then last thing we've got to do is just got to split away this in-between period, in-between stuff down here. Okay. I'm going to do that by just splitting the curve that's in there at the moment. So I'm going to grab that curve. I'm going to go split the point. I'm going to split it at there, and I'm going to split it down the bottom in there. Alright, so the in-between curve, that one that's left, we're just going to pipe. And I'm just going to pipe it just enough to give us an indicator of where the middle of that is. So I'm going to just hold Alt. Don't need it more than that, I would say. Okay, and then what we're going to do is just mirror that over to the other side. And we're going to boolean away that inside. So BD with you and you. We're going to dump that, and we're going to dump that. And basically that's that. Right now, what I like to do at this point is just give my setter a little bit more to play with. So I'm going to just select, I'm going to pin some holes in there. Gem cutter. And I'm going to use a straight hole. That one, and I'm going to pull it into about 60%, just so it's got somewhere, and I'm going to pull it down. Okay, and let's mirror that over. With you and you. Okay, so we can delete that, we can delete that. Let's show the rest of our job. So pretty much that's it. I'm going to fillet the inside edges. Fillet edge 0.2 over there, over there, over there, and over there. Okay, so that's that job pretty much done. Not a particularly difficult one to do. Just it's also quite narrow. You said this is all platinum? All platinum? Alright, so you'll be wanting a weight, will you? So you and you, let's weigh you. Tools, weights, go. Okay, so in platinum you're looking 5 grams. Okay, so that's ample. And what I might do is I might just scale this a little bit wider, okay, because I know that this is the design she wanted, but I don't know, just I have an objection with the original design and security. I'd rather just do this, and you can always just taper the files in a little, the claws in a little bit. You with me? It just means there's a bit more room for him to work with. Okay, so that's that job done. Easy peasy. Let's have a look at that rendered. Okay, so what's going to happen? Okay, no, so we'll just that. Okay, so we're going to job bag this separately, all right? So let's get the client. So this is a good one for Mark and them to understand the difference between a render model and a production model. At the moment, this is a production model. If you show this to a client, they'd be quite upset. So the client's name is Mariculus, and the job number is 306929. So we'll save this as production model. Okay. Now what I like to pop that out into there. That's a production model. And we're going to trim it up nicely for CAD now. Okay, because for CAD it's a distinctly different thing. For CAD we need to bring these prongs in. Okay, edit head builder. We need to bring that head down. Something like that. Probably bring it down even more. And we need to nudge the prongs into it properly. Okay, those are all good over there. Press enter, and then we need to cut away so that when we do the render we don't get a black diamond. So I'm going to go gem cutter. Like you there. Scale that to 101. Come on, there we go. Enter, and BDU, just to get rid of that. Okay. So that just cuts a little lip around it so that the metal's not into the stone when we do this. Let's put that on purple layer. And then of course these stones are going to go black as well because they're in the metal at the moment. So I'm going to grab them and gem cutter. Alright, so for them I'm going to use this, and we should still be at 101% girdle scale if I'm not mistaken. Where is our girdle scale? No, we're not. Alright, so let's pull it out to 101%. And just do this so that you don't get issues with. Hey, that doorbell's ringing like mad today. I've got lots of customers. All the doorbell's broken. 1 by 1 do boolean. Okay, so that's just cutting away so that the stones are not intersected with the metal. Because what will happen if they are intersected with the metal, you're going to get a lot of ugliness happening inside there. Alright, I'm going to see if I can fill our edge, these sharp corners here. 0.125. So you and you. No, not going to play with me today. No, not going to work. Alright, so let's unlock that. Delete that. And we're going to show the client what it's going to look like in this kind of position. What I like to do with these, if I possibly can, is to rotate 2 of them around each other, or rotate 1 more around it. So rotate with copy. Something like that. Okay, and then let's put a ground plane in under there. Okay, get a good positioning. And let's go to a render builder. Whoa, not matrix art. That sucks at the best of times. Render. render. Okay, let's put down a ground plane. We use our layer materials, and let's Lightroom and go render. Okay, I might pause that while this is happening. Okay, so that's that. We'll save that out for you into a folder. Save it under your name, Amit Desktop. Amit. Yes. Okay, and then we can close that. And then you wanted to make a 2D drawing on scale. So let's open this. Let's close out the render engine and make 2D. Okay, and we want 4 view. Hey, is this going to take a long time or what? Pause it. Okay, so we got the make 2D and we want to print that to scale. So print. We want to do this on the bottom. So where's our output view and output scale? Output scale must be 1 to 1, and we want to move it not 1 to 2, 1 to 1, please. There we go, and let's move the window. We want that near the bottom. Alright, and I'm going to hit print to the printer, A4, everything's good, raster output slow, black and white, go, print. Okay, Amit, you take the page that's coming out there, and you I don't hear it actually coming out there. When it comes out, just let me know, and then I'll print the next one. So I've got to put it back exactly the same way it came out. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, and there we go. Your picture's coming to you. No worries. So that's job done.